I've heard from repeatedly from different people that we will live, but we will live like, a corpse.
Days after the Taliban seized control of Afghanistan, a group of women was seen protesting on the streets. The women shared pictures of them holding assault rifles on social media in a show of defiance to the Taliban. While many have fled the country, the Indian Express reporters who spoke to several women in Afghanistan shared their concerns and worries. In a telephonic conversation with the Indian Express, 26-year-old Binafsha Faizi, who is the Olympic Committee's spokesperson for Afghanistan, shared concerns over compromising her rights.
For her, it's all about uncertainty, like nobody knows what is happening. The provinces were given up without any fight, and she was locked up in her house for 3 days, and she just saw it. So everything unfolded before her eyes, and it was for her. She couldn't comprehend what was happening because she said it's been 20 years. We actually forgot what it was. It was a really bad past for us, and now it is all coming back. She said we want peace. If they are going to give us peace, it's fine for them, but she does not want it compromising her rights and achievements. As I told you, she is right now has a position. She is working as somebody, and what if they come into power and then they say that maybe a male can take your place, because that's what they were doing back then, and she is scared for that. She's not ready. She does not want that. She had plans for her future. She had plans for her career, and she does not want to put a full stop for all that. She is right now in Kabul. She is with her family. She is living with her husband right now, and they are safe. But they don't want to flee the country. They might leave. Are facing right now. She is also experiencing that, and she said if we are planning to leave the country, we will leave, but we will be treated as a migrant, right? She wants to leave because she is hoping for peace.
I started my day by meeting some of the, I wanted to meet some of the women who would possibly be casualty victims of if Taliban takes over. So I met a few teachers in school, and as soon as the word spread that Taliban is at, they all were asked to and get back home as quickly as possible by the principal. So this sort of incident just tells you the fear that is in people's minds. I was talking to one of the small-time TV actresses who I met. She told me that she doesn't remember much from the time when Taliban was in power in the country because she was very young, but she has heard about those stories from her mom, from her aunt, and she said that I am such an independent woman in the last 20 years. I've studied, I've traveled across the world, also to India, but getting back to that dark age is something I cannot even think of. I need to work. If somebody asks me not to do all of that, I think I will live. And this sentence I've heard from repeatedly from different people, that we will live, but we will live like a corpse.
So this time around, the Taliban has to some extent vowed to respect women's rights. They have promised drastically different Afghanistan in terms of the rights and freedoms that women will enjoy when compared to the Afghanistan of the late 1990s. But having said that, there are certain key sort of caveats in what they said. A top Afghan leader had a press conference in Kabul recently where he said that we will respect women's rights. Other Taliban officials have said we will allow women to work and go to school, all drastically different from what was happening in the 1990s, where of course women weren't allowed to work, weren't allowed to go to school. There were huge restrictions on their movement. To a great extent, women weren't allowed to travel in many provinces without a man accompanying them. So they have all that, but of course one important distinction that they've made every time that they've said that is it will be as per Islamic law. But there, the important sort of part of what they're saying is that it's as per their interpretation of Islamic law. So right now we'll have to wait and see what that means for women in Afghanistan, whether they will in fact be a little more lenient in their reading of religious law, whether there will be more freedoms. However, as far as what we're seeing on ground, there are reports of that same brutality, that same repression sort of returning to provinces that were seized by the Taliban earlier on. In some provinces there are reports of women not being allowed to enter universities. There's news of women not being allowed to leave their homes. So you do see women sort of returning to the home front once again. So honestly, for a lot of it, it's just only time will tell. But if we're going by ground reports, it does seem a little bleak.